Welcome into the DFS Den. It's Dave Eddy here, aka Corporal Eddie on Twitter, here with you on Memorial Day. Just take a minute today while you're grilling, hanging out with your friends, drinking, hanging out with the family, all that stuff. And just remember what today's about to honor all of the service members who gave the ultimate sacrifice for us to have the freedoms that we do. But let's go ahead and hop on into this slate here. Let's try to get you a quick video, get you in and out here on Memorial Day. Pitching wise, the two obvious names here for me, just looking at things before even doing any research at all, were Nathan Eovaldi and Sonny Gray. Eovaldi's got a great matchup in Detroit. I think that he was a guy that would be a good play regardless of the slate. And we've got a little 6-gamer here on this one. So I don't think he's going to be the highest owned. I actually think JP France is going to come in higher owned, but I like Eovaldi so much more. And then Sonny Gray, tough matchup on paper against Houston, on the road as well. Earlier this season, though, Gray's second start of the year, he had 7 innings and 13 Ks against this team. So I'm a little less worried than normally I would be, but again, on this slate, we don't have a ton of great choices, so he definitely hits the mark. And then the guy that I've actually the highest on, and this is more of a value and a leverage play, kind of like Mackenzie Gore, actually exactly like Mackenzie Gore yesterday, who, by the way, fairly low-owned guy who had the highest points scored yesterday. Wish I had done a video because I would have been touting Mackenzie Gore. He was by far my highest exposure as far as pitching is concerned, and he knocked it out of the park. Not exactly expecting that today out of Ryan Nelson because he doesn't have the same upside. But, oh man. But at this price, $6,700 on DraftKings, pretty decent matchup against Colorado. They're at home, so he's in Arizona. This is a guy that I think has a lot of potential today. And I'm not saying he's going to break the slate, but at his ownership, he's looking to be the 4th lowest owned pitcher on the slate right now. And so absolutely love it. Again, not going to break the slate here for us, but if we can get 6 innings and 6 Ks, 1 or 2 earned runs, he's going to more than pay off. So Taj Bradley, Tyler Wells, other 2 guys that I have some sort of interest in. Hitting wise, when we move on over here, it's a Nolan Gorman day for me. Nolan Gorman has been just, I wouldn't say on fire, but he has been really strong over his last, at least 150 plate appearances against right-handed pitching. I'm looking at WOBA, I'm looking at ISO, and he hits the metrics that I'm looking for. And he's actually the only guy on this slate who has got a WOBA over 400 and a ISO over 300 over the last 50, 100, and 150 plate appearances against pitchers of the opposite hand today. So being he's a lefty, that means going up against a righty. So I've been riding Gorman here a little bit lately. He hasn't really paid off. He's got a total of 5 points over the last 3 games, but this is the kind of stuff that you got to do here. You got to grind it out, and you got to play the best plays, and that's what we're doing here with Gorman, who's actually looking to be outside the top 5 for ownership as well. So that's exciting because, St. Louis is going to be pretty highly owned today. They're definitely going to be the number 1 stack, and by quite a bit. Other guy that I am really interested in here today, Salvador Perez. Again, another guy that I've been touting here a little bit. Again, now that's in the same game. So, I don't know, on a 6-gamer, you could definitely, hit the 2 offenses against each other. But I try to avoid that typically. But I did want to throw his name out there for you. So, other guy that I'm going to be a little more interested in is Lourdes Gurriel Jr. He's got a good matchup here. Going up against, what's his first name? Carl Kaufman, who has not been good in his 2 starts so far. Hasn't been going deep in the game, isn't striking anybody out, giving up runs. And Gurriel has been pretty good here lately. He's got those WOBA and isometrics that I talked about earlier with Gorman. He's got them over the last 50. and the last 100 plate appearances. And this is a righty versus righty matchup, so that's a little bit different. Usually you see those, vice versa, lefty, righty, righty, lefty. Now, my favorite stack of the day is got a lot to do with the fact that it is under-owned, I think, in my opinion, at least, and that's Texas Rangers. They're looking to be somewhere in the middle of the pack of ownership, and they're going up against Matt Boyd and the Detroit Tigers. And Matt Boyd has not been all that great here recently. Doesn't strike out a lot of guys. This is going deep in the game. Puts some guys on base via the walk, gives up some runs. I don't know that he's going to get necessarily blown out, but I definitely do like the leverage of playing Texas. And when I do, Josh Jung is the guy that I'm most interested in. He's got real good splits, righty versus lefty. Again, same WOBA and isometrics over the last 50 and last 100 plate appearances. And, he's had pretty good form. He hasn't scored less than 7 points, barring yesterday, in basically 2 weeks. So he had put up 5 last night. But other than that, he had a nice stretch of 5 games in a row where he put up double-digit points as well. So he's a guy that I really like. And I don't know if he's going to be my highest-owned player on the slate necessarily. I think that's probably still going to be Gorman. But, yeah, that's what I'm looking today. I wish you the best of luck here on Memorial Day. Enjoy hopefully winning some money along with, whatever else your festivities are. So drop a like on here for me for the hard work here I'm giving you on the holiday. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel right over here. Turn on notifications so you get an alert every time a new video comes out. And let's get that bread today.